Alright everyone, and welcome back to an episode of the F123 Driver Cremo with Alpine. This is episode 49 for the opening round of Season 4. If you missed the pre-season episode, then I recommend go and check that out because it'll explain why I'm in an Alpine now and not a Ferrari as well. Now, R&D wise, I mentioned in the previous episode about being restricted on the sash in the engine because they're only Spec 2. But the F1 gods know what was going to happen in this episode, so they, as a consolation, gave me Spec 3 on the air, sash and engine. We're not going to be doing that just yet because first I want to get these rear downforce upgrades out the way, to make that balance on the front, because the front is 2 steps ahead. Hoping this will sort of balance the car out. Although it is now time to actually drive the car for the first time properly in qualifying. Yes, I'm not entirely sure where we are with Jeddah, but well, first of all, we have to go to the shenanigans that usually go on in the F1 game. Something was going on with the Haas, and they were slowing each other down, and they're all illegal blocking, usual stuff like that. And as a result, there's been some penalties. We'll get to that in a moment. But as you can see, things are not going well. We're down in P19. Logan Sargent in his donkey of a car is ahead of me, and so we do need to improve. We are going to try and get ahead of the Williams and make sure that we can actually try anything. Top 12 would be nice, I think. Then we can look to improve. But as usual, I've just talked over the first sector. We're a tenth of a minute on our previous best time, to be honest. Sainz has done a 24.2. That's 1.8 seconds faster than what we managed, so we need some serious time. If we're going to be, anywhere decent, I think there's probably, we could probably do with it being about 7 tenths up, I reckon, but I don't think we're going to get that. We're 3 tenths up now, but the problem is that the times through the second and the third sector, again, that glitch is still there. Has been there since day one with that little DRS glitch as we now move into this bit. This bit I used to be very good at compared to the AI, but the AI got quicker through sector 3, which is I think where why this has become a bogey circuit. If we take away the fluke that was a P2 and an Alfa Romeo back in season 2, last season we didn't do very well here. I can't remember what happened in season 1 because it was a long time ago, but I don't think we did any well, and it's not very well today either because it's P18 on the grid. To be fair, it is tight at the end. The top 3 separated by 2 hundredths of a second, but for us, P18, only the Williams really with their pay drivers behind. Teo Porsche, though, fantastic result. We'll start P16 because of Hulkenberg and Magnussen's penalty. Russell, though, very good. Piastri as well, trying to extract the pace. Not entirely sure where Red Bull will be because, of course, second year of the Ford engine. So, we've got a bit of work to do. We'll be starting from 16th place on the grid. It's time for the race. Right, so here we are down in the grid. As of course I mentioned in P16, race strategy is a bit interesting because again, I think we had an issue here last year where this is also a very high track for very high tyre wear. So yeah, I'm going to start on the mediums. Hopefully we'll try and work for the softs, but we have to leave the option for the hards as well. People around us on softs. There's 5 lights for season 4, and away we go. From 16th on the grid, and it's a good start, much better than the Aston as De Vries. We're going to have down here inside. Our teammates not had a great start as well. Now we're going side by side. We're on the Haas cars. I think that is Joe Guan Yu. It is in the Haas BMW. Here's what happened to Teo then. He was starting P10, had a shocking start, and he's been dwarfed down the end. He's going now side by side with Drugovic, I think. He was also on debut in the Alfa Romeo. Someone else who had a poor start was Esteban Ocon. Sainz must have given him his car with that poor starts that, he had so many poor starts in season 3. But Sainz will be leading, but Ocon down to P4. Now, we're trying to now catch this pack. It's led by an Alpha. I think that's Lawson, not De Vries, not Leclerc. So, yeah, we saw this a little bit in season 3 where Lawson was the lead Alpha, but obviously Norris and I think that's Norris and Albon going side by side. We're going to go around the outside of Giograin Munich. It's a lovely little move to get the position up to P12, exactly what we needed to get that position there. As Sainz is now, he started to stretch his legs, showing the advantage that he had. It's not quite as much as it was previously. We would be so far out in front. It'd be Max Verstappen's level of dominance that we're going to have at the Bahrain Grand Prix this weekend. But we are able to close in as we're getting a lovely little move on Leclerc, courting napping at turn 1, and I think that's us up into the points or close to the points. Leclerc, he's on the tail end. We go around the outside, and are those tyres already going well in the Alpha? We saw them do a 2-stop at the finale in Abu Dhabi last season, so will they be doing that again? As Drugovic is coming back at me. Great pace by the Brazilian in the Alpha Tauri, but he's not able to get past. We know about that move. We're up to stack main P11, but the top 10 now moving a little bit ahead, which is annoying. We now need to try and play a little bit. It's not a little bit of DRS though. To be fair, it's not as much as previously because Renault have really worked hard. It's sort of it's a new engine. They knew the first year they wouldn't be ready, but this is the year that they prepared and revised engines would go down the inside to keep that position on Drugovic with help of some DRS. But the tyre wear, look at that. We're going at 5% a lap, and that's on mediums. As well as now Leclerc. I wonder if has AlphaTauri got a little bit more tyre wear, maybe the Alpha's starting to come back, and that's right round the outside for Leclerc at that little carousel section. A lovely little move for Leclerc on Drugovic, showing his experience there, as that is George Russell. He's overtaken Oscar Piastri. Ocon's still P4. Verstappen and Perez are going to go. Albon is making some stonking progress. He qualified P11. But he's actually making some good moves. And Albon is comfortably up in the points ahead of Lawson now. And I think that's Tsunoda as well. We've got Leclerc, a bit of drifting there. We're now going to squeeze Leclerc to the wall on the right hand side. And you can see there, even though Leclerc has DRS, we're just able to keep with him enough with ERS, which he's promising signs of things to come at better tracks like Monza and Spa. As well, here's a replay then. It was so close there, as I think that's Porsche in the background having a go at Drugovic, but unable really to get past. And Drugovic actually gets in front of Leclerc there as we just gone wide. That's a track limits warning. I hate that corner. I don't understand why it's not a bit wider there, but anyway, up the road, Verstappen I think might have some sort of front wing damage because he's fallen behind Yuki Tsunoda now. As well, he's going to come back on Tsunoda with some DRS. We've got Norris is there as well. So again, Verstappen and Norris, who are in close further up, starting to fall behind Tsunoda and Lawson, as Norris has gone wide, and that is his engine. He is gone, and Norris is out of the race with an engine failure as well. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is going to bring out a virtual safety car on lap number 8. We could have thought about pitting, but we didn't really get a chance because it just came in before that. And that is Lawson. We got basically Lawson and Tsunoda. Verstappen has dropped behind. I believe he's got some front wing damage, which he's just basically trying to get to the next pit stop. So the tyre wear is really, really harsh around here. And in hindsight, I should have pitted earlier for hards, but then, I wanted the better overcut pace, to try and, see if we can get fastest lap. It didn't quite work. I think we did the same strategy in the Ferrari. I'm going to breeze past Verstappen with DRS as well, and move up to P5. Well, P5 as people start to make their pit stops. But yeah, we've got Sainz now. This is for the, well, it isn't really the race lead, but we are going to keep it with him and try and keep this position, you know, just to try and upset Sainz lead. You know, we'd slowed him down a bit, and Sainz is on the inside there, but again he brakes early, but as well, but this time he's got, you know, he's on fresh hard tyres, and my back end steps out, and again it's not helped by that mismatch between the front aero and the rear aero downforce upgrade. So Sainz is going to be not very happy with me, because I'm just going to let Piastri and Russell through here as well. Piastri's got on the fresh mediums, a little bit naughty there, but we are, although Russell, to be fair, actually slows. You know, I'm not going to give you the bit, not just going to slow down, we're just going to brake early here at this corner and let them both through. So Sainz, you know, just showing him, you know, we're still here on the grid, and Ferrari, you know, we haven't forgotten about season 3. You know, the fact that they left us out in the cold. As we come into the pits, then the end of lap number 14 on to 15. Soft tyres are going to go on. You know, it's just a gamble at this point, to try and get some points, because the mediums, the tyre wear is shocking around here, to be honest. Other tracks are a lot better as well. We're going to come out in front. It will be Stroll and Verstappen. Verstappen, I think, has had a front wing change. There it is, Lance Stroll. We're just going to power through, press soft tyres, no match as well. So we've got the two Alpha Tauris, and to be fair to Magnussen, I don't know what's happened if Drogovic has dropped back, but Magnussen is now battling his teammate, although Drogovic is going to go past his more experienced teammate. So, you know, this is I'm interested to see what those two can do. You know, especially the fact that they brought things in from Red Bull, just like they've done in real life, to improve the car. Show now is getting a bit. Oh, this double dive bomb. Can we get Magnussen as well? Yes, we can. What a move at the carousel with a double dive bomb as well. So here's a replay of this. You know, Zhou and Magnussen, they were too busy focusing on each other, and we just dived down the inside and moved up another position. As well as a replay on ball with Magnussen. You know, he's too busy trying to block Zhou off to the right hand side, leaving the door open on the left hand side. And we just, well, it's a little bit of a barging through. Actual fact, Magnussen's lost it. I think Magnussen undercut everyone, which is why he managed to move up. And now, well, Drogovic, yeah, he's fallen off. Definitely fallen off Porsche. So don't really know what happened there. We're going to blast past in that second DRS zone. Very unusual place to make an overtake in that DRS zone. As Alex Albon, he's on the move, as is Oscar Piastri, right round the outside. He's had DRS a few laps on Sainz, but he makes it the carousel, and Sainz, has he got a problem? Because he's slowing up now, and there is Albon, who's flying. He's up to P2, round the outside of Sainz, but Sainz will have DRS, but it's probably only a matter of time before both Albon and Russell, Sainz will power past here with the Ferrari engine, but surely he's got some sort of, maybe he's got floor damage or something, I don't know, with all the battling, but he is going slowly. Meanwhile, we're watching De Vries against Leclerc. De Vries is another one who pit early, and he's used the undercut. So the undercut has worked well, but now it's starting to fall apart for those people that started, you know, pit early because of the tyre wear. And, you know, Sainz is really struggling. He's fallen behind Russell now, and Perez and Perez and Ocon going past. So that's Porsche round the out. He's got De Vries. Can he get Leclerc? No, he can't. You know, I'm not really moving in. The tyre wear is extreme. Porsche is up to P9, but they are still battling there. As for Verstappen now, he's fixed his front wing. You know, he's on the hard tyres. My tyres have really gone off. You saw that slide there. You know, we're just fighting to keep Verstappen behind. To be fair, though, we know the frailties of the Ford engine. I'm going to go to the left to defend against Verstappen and keep P12. But yeah, this is probably the maximum, as that Leclerc and De Vries are fighting. This could be Porsche's chance to break away, and he has got a little bit of a gap on Leclerc and De Vries. De Vries will be so unlucky to miss out on a rare point for him, in this career mode. But he looks like he's going to miss out as 4 tenths behind Verstappen as a go as round the outside the carousel. Absolutely none of that on the final lap. But these tyres, soft tyres, are done. This is such a harsh track for tyre wear. As we come through the final corner, we defend against Verstappen. We're going to use the ERS, but just like in Season 3, this is another stinker. Yeah, absolutely not happy with the way that this is not the way I wanted it to go. Considering the fact that we are the reigning world champion. Yes, Porsche, I think on his debut probably a little bit rusty. I think the car is probably a little bit better than that. To be fair, we probably shouldn't have qualified down in P16, but P18 really only ahead of the 2 Williams cars. But I think this is where this is going to be. Poor qualifying positions. We have to come through the field, which means we need a better race car. As I say, we'll have some things ready for Australia with the tyres to hopefully reduce the insane wear that we had today. But I didn't speak about it, but it's a McLaren 1-2. Who saw that coming? Because I didn't. I thought that, it might be if Ferrari weren't there, maybe Mercedes or Red Bull, I think would pounce. But, Red Bull, Perez was solid today, P4, ahead of Ocon. And Ocon finished ahead of Sainz. So Sainz must have had some sort of issue there. They only just finished in front of Lawson as well in P6 and 7. Good points for Alfa Romeo. It's a good bounce back after their poor showing at the end of last season. So, yeah, Aston Martin also slightly improved, although Tsunoda probably a step back compared to the likes of Alfa as well. Verstappen will be infuriating, but the grid is close. I feel that a better track, we can do better. Australia is one of those better tracks for me, although that 3rd and 4th DRS zone has been a little bit of a killer compared to last year. So I'll have to wait and see. But really, Spain probably is when we're looking to get considerable, from Spain onwards. I think we can get a good point streak going. But yes, if you have enjoyed this video, then hit the like button. If you are new to the channel, then hit the subscribe button. Until the next video then, I'll see you next time. Take care, enjoy your day, and goodbye.